Hello and welcome to Art Time with Pika. Today we are going, what you need is a box, a shoe box, any Amazon box, any kind of box. It should be no smaller than this. A shoe box probably works best. This is the very smallest it should be. And we're going to cover it with paper and then decorate it. And then at the end, what you're going to have is a Naw Ruz Memory Box. And every day, one member of the family, or all of you, or however you want to do it, should put a memory of that day into the box. And then next year at Naw Ruz, you open the box up and share all the memories. So let's get started on that. Come on, let's get going on this project, okay? What are you going to pick out? You can decorate it with Legos. Whatever your family wants. And if you want, you should have one for the whole family that the whole family can share. But you might want to make one just for yourself and keep it in your room. And then you put little notes or drawings or pictures or cut stuff out of the catalog that just lets people remind you of how you were feeling this year. What kind of year did you have? Don't do that. That was bad. And probably shouldn't use Gorilla Tape. But I'm not looking for anything more. So we want to close that up, or else it is going to cause problems when we try to put the wrapping paper on it. You can use wrapping paper. You can just use something that you can draw on or color on. So you don't want to put plastic really on it, or wrapping paper that is that you can't write on or draw on, unless you're going to cover it with something else. I mean, if you're going to cover it with shells, it doesn't really matter as long as it can take the glue. So got that far. Really nice if your guys, as one of your parents, could take pictures while you're doing this project and send them to me, so that on the next video we can show everybody's box. And you could even do that a little, call that good. And now we're going to cover it with the wrapping paper. I'm obviously going to have to do this twice because this is not a very big wrapping paper. So there's a song you can learn, and you can sing it when in times of despair, to give you courage and to praise God and call to Baha'u'llah. So before you start decorating, decide where the slot is where you're going to be putting your notes. I'm going to have mine up here, and of course I thought I had my knife and I can't find it, and so do not try to use scissors. As a matter of fact, just you use a marking pin or something and put where you want your slit, and then let an adult put the slit in for you. Make sure it's big enough to fit a note, that a note can be dropped in there. But so I'm going to have mine on top, and that gives me the whole rest of my box to decorate. So this is not really the 9-pointed star. This has 11 points, I think. I counted 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes, so I'm trying to decide which two I'm going to get rid of, just not color. And so why don't you guys start deciding what you want on your box? So maybe you want, like, I don't know how, if you're each going to just do your own boxes right now, or you're going to work together, unity on doing the family box. But if you want to pause the video right now, it probably would be a good time so you can decide who gets what side and what kind of box you want. Okay? So then we'll be right back.
A young boy is crying, he's alone, and he don't.
Stop, I can't. You have to run away. You can't touch, you have to run away. You can't say, you have to, you can't go away. Hey, oh, go touch, anyway. Don't touch, N. Stop, don't touch, go away. Stop, don't touch, run away until we're grown up.
All right, good job. I only got one flower got done while you were, one star. I think Auntie Dee Dee would laugh at this, but I'm going to go with it. Anyhow, so let's think of some other stuff to put on. What are things? So I use purple for this. And can anybody think why I would choose purple? It is the color that Baha'u'llah chose. So many things associated with Baha'u'llah will be in purple. I think I am going to start putting some stones on it. Can you think of, oh, I want to turn that off. Can you think of a quote that has to do with gems from the Baha'i writings? The great being saith, regard man as a mine rich in gems of inestimable value. Education can alone cause it to reveal its treasures, enable mankind to benefit therefrom. So, can you repeat it after me? The great being saith, regard man as a mine rich in gems of inestimable value. What is a mine? Can you think what a mine is? It's where they dig for gems, huh? So, if you regard man, that's each person. When they say man, it means man and woman. So we need to regard each person as if they were a mine. And that includes ourselves. And inside of every one of us are gems. What would a gem be? What kind of, do you think he's talking about real gems? I mean, he is talking about real gems, but I don't think he's talking about stone or mineral gems. I think he's talking about the gems that we keep hidden inside, but they need to come out and be polished. So that would be like, what is unique in you? All of us have something that nobody else who has ever been created has. And it's deep inside. And our job for our whole life is to find those gems and bring them out and polish them and use them for the betterment of all of mankind. So I want you to take a moment. I would like you to take a moment and think about what kind of gem might be inside of you. Recognize this as a gem from God, and it's valuable, and you don't ever want to do anything to risk losing that gem. Can you think how you might lose a gem after you found it? I think that's something you should discuss with the whole family. If you find a gem inside of yourself, is it always going? Will you always have access to it? Or does something happen where sometimes you don't? I think it's time that every family, I'm hoping has a couple of pictures taken of this first project. And please, please, please send them to us. So every year you should make this. When you open these boxes, maybe open from just one end so that you can read all the notes, and then you can put all the notes back in and seal the box back up. And maybe like in 10 years, every 10 years you guys open a box from the past, like a time capsule. Maybe. Well, I think this is turning out pretty nice. How's your guys' going? Is it doing pretty good? And remember, you can always make your own box, or you can start over if you're not happy with how it's turning out. The main object of this tap thunder, a gem that you have buried inside of you? I think so. So I think I am going to take the time now, maybe finish more on it later, but I'm going to write on the front here, maybe, Naw, N, A, W, R, U, Z. And the Baha'i era year is B, E, 1, 7, 3. Can you tell me why Baha'is don't call this year 2016? Can you see it? Naw Ruz 173. And so I will put my slot in here, up here, and I'm going to have my notepad, keep it right by the box, and I'm going to write a message about what was so great about today. And the great thing about today is because first art project, woo, with the grandkids, woo! So here's my note. And I'm going to fold it. Always put a date on your notes, okay? Because next year you won't even know when did that happen? On the note, stick it into your box, and you will have your first day done. I love you guys so very much.
How the teachings of one book build on love in
Hi, cousins. I love you.
It's in alphabetical order. All these faces, so much love. Isn't this what we've been dreaming of? All are welcome, come on in. Join hands, the new day begins. Oh, what a glorious, glorious, glorious. Oh, what a wonderful, glorious day. Yeah. God is most glorious, glorious, glorious. Oh, what a wonderful, glorious day. That's the chorus. You guys want to try the chorus? It's not hard. If you get just stuck, just say glorious. Chances are you'll be right. Oh, what a glorious, glorious, glorious. Oh, what a wonderful, glorious day. Yeah. God is most glorious, glorious, glorious. Oh, what a wonderful, glorious day. Look to the future, it shall be done. We're finally learning that mankind is one. All together, side by side, everybody diversifies. Oh, what a glorious, glorious, glorious. Oh, what a wonderful, glorious day. Yeah. God is most glorious, glorious, glorious. Oh, what a wonderful, glorious day. Hand in hand, heart to heart, build a bond that will never part. Oh, what a glorious, glorious, glorious. Oh, what a wonderful, glorious day. Yeah. God is most glorious, glorious, glorious. Oh, what a wonderful, glorious day. Let me hear you now. Oh, what a glorious, glorious, glorious. Oh, what a wonderful, glorious day. Yeah. God is most glorious, glorious, glorious. Oh, what a wonderful, glorious day. All right, well done.
Hi kids, it's Papa. We're going to be practicing prayer through memorization. And tonight's prayer is the Tablet of Ahmad, and we'll be doing paragraph 1 for starters. So I will read the prayer and I will stop. And during that stop, it's your turn to practice your memorization skills. If you have to use the card, go ahead and use it, but try to do it out of memory. Okay? Here we go. He is the King, the all-knowing, the wise. Lo, the nightingale of paradise singeth upon the twigs of the tree of eternity. With holy and sweet melodies, proclaiming to the sincere ones the glad tidings of the nearness of God, calling the believers in the divine unity to the court of the presence of the generous one, informing the severed ones of the message which hath been revealed by God, the King, the glorious, the peerless, guiding the lovers to the seat of sanctity and to this resplendent beauty. That's it tonight. Next week we'll pick up with paragraph 2. Next month we'll pick up with paragraph 2. And remember, use your cards, practice your memorization, and we'll pick up next month. Okay, love you guys. Bye.